Alright, so I've been trying to save my videos more often. Whoops. Meant to go here, read my dwarves, just make sure that I didn't miss anything when I was here. Alright. And yeah. Basically I've just been trying to make more frequent pauses in my recording to ensure that I don't get any of those audio breaks that I got in the last couple of videos, because those are just downright unpleasant. Also, another cool thing is with this aqueduct, you can see that there's actually little corners forming here, and if I really wanted to, I could make workshops in them as well. For example, I could make another kitchen or something right next to the original kitchen, um, if I really was so inclined. So there we are. Hopefully we have some drinks now in the fortress. Let's see how we're doing here. This one still has, alright, he's doing quite well. And now they're planting on the second field, gathering from the first field. This is all good stuff. Good stuff. And let's see, has my construction of those finished? Indeed it has, I remember correctly. Now what we want to do is we want to build a well. Not that I actually remember how to do this, but there is a way to do it. Yes, indeed. Is it here? Nope. Floodgate, floor hatch, wall grate, floor grate, vertical bars, floor bars, cabinet, container, what does this do? Kennels, farm plot, weapons, rack, statue, slab, table, road, bridge, well, there it is. Perfect. And bam, we can place our bridge there and make it out of limestones. Pigtail rope, and some mechanisms. There you go. You need a rope, a bucket, a stone, and a mechanism for that. Now, what worries me here is that no DBC. Let's just make sure that that's claimed, because it was saying I only had 2 limestone, and I certainly have a lot more than that. Oh, also, my dwarves haven't actually bothered to move these carcasses over. So yeah. Has become an expedition leader. Well, he's been the expedition leader. What do you mean? Jesus became the expedition leader. Damnable game. Oh, what is this here? Do we, oh. God, I keep pressing Q. Oh, so he basically got upgraded from a carpenter to an expedition leader. So now he's a noble. I really don't care particularly much, because I think I have enough carpenters. Woodworkers. I only have 1 now, but that'll do, that'll do. There's still plenty of people to make my beds and barrels and everything. So yeah, now I have a well right there, which is actually quite interesting, if you think about it. Because if I ever run out of alcohol again, I can just tell my dwarves to go down there and have a drink. Speaking of drinks, let's add 2 more. There's no such thing as enough alcohol in Dwarven Fortress. And let's see, what are these guys doing? Are they still... Oh, they're rendering fat. Okay. Have fun with that. So yeah, there we go. My farming industry is now in full swing. I still have no leather workers, and I am hoping for a migrant wave. And hopefully this one will be of a pretty good size, because I've actually been doing somewhat well. Just a little bit. So, let's see. Stockpiles and stuff. Alright, dump. And let's just empty out this whole room here. Okay, there we go. Because what I want to do is I want to convert that into a stockpile for food and drink, so that the food and drink is right by my dwarves meeting place. That'll be my plan there, and then that's just my corpse dump, so that they don't stink up my fortress, because they do that. Dwarves are kind of assholes like that. And let's just watch this sleeping dwarf here. Not creepy at all. I just love how up-down staircases work as an elevator. Just look, goes in, comes out. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, if only stairways worked like that in real life. You just step on the tile and just whoomp, whoomp, whatever level you want. Yes, stairs go whoomp. Alright, so now I'm having a large amount of doors, so let's build a door. No, go back. A door. Perfect. And let's build another one. And another one. And another one. Yes, now I'm actually making the living quarters for my dwarves that I dug out so long ago and then completely ignored. Oh god. This game. Alright, let's build a bed. How many beds do we have? I wonder. Oh, we actually have a good amount of beds. That is quite nice. So anyways, let's move down here. Then up here. Since I live in a heavily forested area, I can actually make all of these beds with no problem. When you have, that becomes a real problem when you live in a non-forested area, is that, basically what happens is, you don't have the lumber you need to, make your beds, so you end up having to trade for it. Because you can only make beds out of wood. There's no other material that you can make beds out of. It's kind of weird like that, but, well, what can you do? It's how the Derp Fortress works. And let's see, what are we doing here? Oh, just dwarves running around. I have a noble drinking from a barrel because people have been too lazy to move that anywhere. And what's this brown crap on my floor? Oh, fat. Fat. So yeah, this in the future will become my fortress where this well is. But for now, I just have a well. And I think if I go into I zones and place one right on top of the well, I can actually make it my official water source. And when my dwarves need some water, they'll actually go there and do that. So that's always nice. Also, let's see, have my dwarves dumped everything out of there? Yes, they have. Awesome. So, hit P for stockpile. And we want this one to be full of food. So you hit F for food. And you move that down to there. Alright, and then immediately you hit Q and S for settings. Now, out of food, we want fish, unprepared fish. We want our plants to not be here, so we will forbid that. This is actually a very complicated menu. You move with the arrow keys, right, and you hit E and D to disable. Then you move over a column, and you hit P and F over individual items to allow them or to disallow them. So let's we can keep our fat there. Okay. So yeah, perfect. And the other thing I think is alcohol in there. Yes, drink is in there. Perfect. So now we got to go up here and edit the stockpile settings in such a way that we basically forbid fish, unprepared fish. We forbid drinks here. We forbid plants here. Cheese won't be here. Seeds will be, leaves won't be, milled plants won't be, and none of that is. Actually, this one we will permit. We want lie to be here. Okay, so move the stockpile over, settings, and food is just generally disabled here, so that's good. And just make doubly sure that this covers everything that we left out. Let's permit that. Oh, no point there. Seeds. Let's permit, permit, or, forbid, maybe? Forbid? Permit. Yeah, so, and then let's permit the actual plants to be down here, because, I think we forbid the plants to be up here, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, so this is basically just for seeds and lye, and then, downstairs is for everything else. Now let's just make doubly sure of that. Oh, let's forbid the miscellaneous liquids. And we have seeds forbidden. Okay, perfect. So, there we are. Now this will just set my dwarves into motion. And give them something to do, which is always nice. As you can see, my industry is working hard to ensure that I have beds to build, BB. Send the things that you shoot out of those fake guns with orange tips to place a bed, and then you just double tap enter. And then door is just door, BD. I wonder if BJ does anything in this game. Let's see, J. Cage. Well, there you go. BJ gives you a cage. I don't really know what to say about that. Kind of, interesting. Let's leave it at that. So there we have it. We just have a bunch of barrels with drink down here, and soon enough we'll have plants and everything else down there as well. Because you can see that dwarf gathered a plant, and he brought it down to here, which is nice. As you can see, my stockpiles here have emptied up a little bit, and these dwarves don't have to go as far when they're looking to eat or drink. Always, always nice. Anyways, let's add new task, prepare a fine meal. Very good amount of those, and then make each one brew like 2 more drinks. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing that. I only have one guy who brews, but it's a habit. Basically, when your fortress expands and you have lots of dwarves, you can actually have 2 dwarves with the same job. And that's why I build these 2 workshop spaces, so you can have like 2 stone workers doing stuff at once. And in the past, you've actually seen that when they were working on chairs and tables, there'd be just 2 of them in the workshop space working at the same time. I haven't actually used the specific stockpiles yet, because I've been entirely too lazy to configure them. Go figure. And actually, in this corner down here, I can make a stockpile for seeds exclusively, and then they wouldn't even have to be commingling with all of this. Oh, so I've run out of barrels. So we need to make a new order, and we go for barrel. Okay, wood. Wood barrel. Okay, and let's make like 8 of them. Okay. Also, apparently my order for beds is almost done. So let's just fill a couple more beds here. No, I hit B. Oh, I must have hit V by accident. So as you can see, I did not make enough beds to actually do anything. And let's see how I'm doing with doors. Doors are far more interesting. And that's the other thing you have to be careful of, is you have to hit door before you start moving with the arrow keys, or else your cursor will reset to the center of the screen, and it'll just be annoying. Okay, so I've actually run out of doors as well. So apparently just a horrible miscount on my part. Oh, I only counted one of the center blocks, that's what happened. So I'm 8 down. Well, a little more than 8, actually. More specifically, I need 5 more doors and... No. I need 6 more doors and 5 more beds right now. So, no. Alright, JM. It's actually about to make me another bed, so I'll only need 4 beds. And 6 doors. So, rock door and 6 doors. And then let's add a new task, type in bed. This is actually really nice that it's a search function because it lets you build things a lot faster. And there we go, because the next bed it's going to build is going to be right here, and then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the doors for all of those. And then I'll make another order of 8 when I have the time to fill that in. But for now, I have a nice set of bedrooms here, just in case. Oh, yeah, alright, I built 4 doors, right? Jam. 4 more beds. Okay, good stuff. Because what's going to happen is I actually forgot to place a bed here. And so I'm going to need to go into Jobs Manager and remove that and type in a new order for bed and make 5 of them. Okay, perfect. As you can see, our materials stockpiles up here are getting kind of small. But we do have a lot of alcohol and food downstairs, so that's always nice. Always, always nice. Oh, awesome. We have migrants, as I was hoping. We are also lost, as we always get. Okay, perfect. Now let's just be on this floor and resume. And we should see the migrants just kind of pouring in here a little bit. Yeah, there they are. Coming in from the north. Oh, coming in from all sorts of directions. This looks like a pretty potent migrant wave. Let's see how many dwarves we got. 34 now. That's not bad. That's a pretty decent population. You can go places with that. So we'll pause this for a second, read our dwarves, and just go through and enable whatever skills they have. Like, for example, look at this. This guy is a very nice carpenter. Actually, he's a better carpenter than anybody else I have in the entire fortress, and it's not enabled because his best skill is glass making. And I already have so many glass makers. Oh, actually, that's bone carving. Bone carving's useful. I was about to say useless, but that would have been a lie. Bone carving is a very useful skill. Then here we have a smith, who for some reason does masonry. We'll get him off of that. And he does stone detailing. Oh, that's probably why you need to have one enabled if you have the other enabled. So we'll have him. We'll have, no, you know what? No. We don't need another mason. However, he is a very nice smith. Specifically, he just has all the skills, and they're better than anyone else in my fortress. We have a skilled pump operator here, competent pump operator. We might actually abuse that a little bit in the future when we build a perpetual motion machine. Using a little bit of water and a little bit of trickery. And that aqueduct. That aqueduct is very, very important. However, we won't actually open up the aqueduct itself. What we'll do is we'll tell our dwarves to carry it in buckets. So now we have 2 clothes makers and singular leather worker. So yes, we have a leather worker finally. We have a couple siege engineers by now, so I should probably build them a workshop. Yeah, I'm going to need another workshop level soon, but let's commit the changes. Look at this, 33 changes. Imagine how long that would take inside of the game. But with Derp Fortress Therapist, it all works out very well. So there we are. Now all of a sudden we should see that workshop being built. And a couple other changes. You can see my farms have pretty much been planted to the brim. My brewery is doing just fine, actually. Let's brew. Whoops, brew. No. Okay, there we go. And let's brew like 14 drink. Why not? So there we are. We're doing reasonably well here. As you can see, our Derfs are going across the hall to get their drink on, then going back into the meeting hall and standing around because they have nothing better to do. That guy brought a barrel in with him, my manager, so getting drunk on the job. Always an advantage to being a dwarf is that you're expected to be drunk. There's no other way around it. And let's see, how are we doing here? Oh, our aqueduct is doing quite fine. Wait. What just happened? What just happened? Matthew and Judas have married. Ugh. Ugh. Dear Lord, disciples. Alright, so apparently Judas was a woman. Well, that makes life interesting. Certainly does. And on that bombshell, I'm actually going to leave this video session thing, because I'm bloody well done making videos for today of Derp Fortress. So, till next time.